Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the drug which we use for the treatment of depression or antidepressant drug. So what is the depression? So depression, it is one of the affective disorder or mood disorder. So it is one of the very common mental illness and especially one of the most common cause of morbidity in the developed country, and it is mostly seen in females. One of the common cause of suicide is a depression. So what is depression? It is a psychiatric disorder which is characterized by what? There will be persistent feeling of sadness, mood will be depressed, and there will be loss of interest in various activity, and this is going to cause a significant impairment of daily life. Now, how many type of depression they are there? So there are basically the two type of depression they are there. So one is reactive depression and another one is endogenous depression. So in the reactive depression, some external cause that is there, maybe failure in the examination, death of some near or dear one, loss of job. So that cause is there in this. So some external cause is present in the reactive depression, whereas in endogenous depression, that external cause that is not there in the endogenous. So in the reactive depression, if we know the cause, so we can help the patient and by doing the counseling. Whereas here the counseling does not play an important role. So this endogenous depression that is further off, it may be a unipolar or it may be a bipolar. So unipolar, that is also called major depressive disorder. Here is the one where we have to put the patient on antidepressants. Whereas in bipolar disorder, usually the patient will be having a cycles of mania followed by depression. So here we give the mood stabilizing drug, right? Now, what is the cause of this depression? So, type of depression, we know there is a reactive depression, then there is an endogenous depression. With the endogenous, we have a unipolar, we have a bipolar. So, major depressive disorder, here the antidepressant drug, they play an important, and there are many other places where we have put patient on the antidepressant drug. But now, what is the main important cause or what is the pathophysiology of the depression? So, depression, there is deficiency in the monoamines. So which monoamines mainly? It is 5-HT, that is mainly. The another monoamine in comparison to 5-HT, that is the most important. So next one, it is a norepinephrine, and maybe there is a deficiency of dopamine. Now what are the evidences which suggest depression that is due to deficiency in the monoamine? So that is suggested by the monoamine hypothesis. Now what this hypothesis is, it says, so now where, before that, now where these monoamines they are deficient, what is the important site? So it is this in the cortical and limbic area. And what are the neurons which is going to connect with this cortex and this limbic area? One is this Raphe nuclei. They are rich in serotonergic fibers, whereas local ceruleus, they are mainly rich in norepinephrine neurotransmitter. So you can just like a ventral tegmental the area that is rich in dopamine, and nigrostriatal area, that is another area which is rich in dopamine. Similarly, this Raphe nuclei, from here the fiber it goes to the cortex, and from the local ceruleus cilia, this is another, the fibers, noradrenergic or norepinephrine fibers. They will project from here to the cortex, and from here serotonergic fiber from the Raphe nuclei, they are going to project to the cortex. So here the deficiency of serotonin and deficiency of norepinephrine in this particular area, they results in the depression. Now what are the evidences which are going to suggest that depression, that is because of this? So how we'll come to know that depression? Because of this depression that is there. So one of the evidence is, like, there is a drug reserpine which depletes this monoamines. So that results into the depression. So this is one evidence. Number 2, tryptophan. It increases 5-HT, then that is going to elevate the mood. And we have seen in the depression there is a decrease in the level of tryptophan. Number 3, the metabolite of 5-HT. So 5-HT का metabolite क्या है? 5-hydroxyindole acetic acid. Their level in the CSF, there is a decrease of these level in the CSF, whereas norepinephrine, their metabolite is 3-methoxy 4-hydroxyphenyl glycolic acid, and their level, it is decreased in the urine. This is seeing the low level in the depression. That means this suggests that these two neurotransmitters, they are low in the depression. Another important is most of the antidepressant drug, okay? Most of the antidepressant drug, they act, how they are going to act, depressant drug, by increasing the level of 5-HT and by increasing the level of norepinephrine. So these are the few evidences which suggest that depression, that is due to deficiency of the monoamines. Now there are definitely few limitations, they are also there, but this, see, we are going to give the antidepressant drug, as already I have told, they are going to act by increasing the level of 5-HT and norepinephrine. Now this level, monoamine level, when we put the patient on antidepressant drug, the level of monoamines, it increases immediately. But the antidepressant effect, it takes around 2 weeks to occur. Okay? Number 1 is this. Number 2 is, there are the few drugs which is going to facilitate norepinephrine transmission, especially amphetamine and cocaine. Amphetamine and cocaine, they facilitate this norepinephrine transmission, but they are not used for the treatment of depression. We do not use it. They are not helpful in depression. Then there are the few antidepressant drugs which do not act by increasing the level of norepinephrine or 5-HT. They do not increase. They do not increase by this, but they exert antidepressant action. So these are the, that means some other thing, they are also responsible for the cause of depression. Now what is that? So there is a decrease in the level of monoamine. This is one hypothesis. So another one is a neurotropic factor. They say, what is this neurotropic hypothesis? What does it say? That there is decrease in the brain derived neurotropic factor. Now what are the evidences? So this decrease in brain derived neurotropic factor, this is required for the neuronal connection. This is going to, they are responsible for the increase in the nerve growth factor, and which is going to act with the receptor tyrosine kinase, and this is going to cause the axonal growth and dendritic growth, and ultimately this is going to increase the neuronal connection or increase the neuronal plasticity, right? So this is with the increase in the level of this brain derived growth factor. If this is decreased, then all these things will not happen. So neuronal connection will be affected. So what are the evidences which support this neurotropic factor? So this says stress and pain, they lead into depression. So with this, there is a decrease in this brain derived neurotropic factor. So this is number one. Number two, if we infuse this brain derived neurotropic factor in the hippocampus, so what will happen? They are going to cause the elevation of mood. And once we put the patient on antidepressant drug, it takes around 2 weeks for the neurogenesis to occur or to increase the level of brain derived neurotropic factor. So these are the evidences which support that there is fall in the level of brain derived neurotropic factor which causes the depression. So there are two theories. One is monoamine theory, another one is a neurotropic theory. So one says there is a deficiency in the, one is saying there is a decrease in the level of 5-HT, norepinephrine and dopamine. Another one says there is a decrease in brain derived neurotropic factor. Now which one is better, whether this or this? See, many drugs, they act by increasing the level of this. So what they have, what is that, how they have integrated these two hypotheses? See, for the brain derived neurotropic factor, we have to have a monoamines. So monoamines, if there is deficiency of monoamines, that is going to lead to decrease in the level of brain derived neurotropic factor, and this is going to cause a depression. So once we put the patient on antidepressant drug, अगर हम किसी patient को antidepressant drug डालते हैं, so what the antidepressant drug it cause, it is going to increase the level of, ये इसको बढ़ाएगी, then it is going to increase the level of brain derived and ultimately it is going to treat the depression. Now how to give the treatment? So what is the treatment possible? How you are going to give the treatment? So treatment, as now we know the pathophysiology, there is a deficiency of the monoamines. So how we can increase the level of 5-HT or epinephrine, and these are the two main neurotransmitter, whereas the dopamine level, they play a less important role. Their main role is when we are doing this antipsychotic drug. Okay, here also it plays an important role, but the most important it is a 5-HT and another one is a norepinephrine. Right? Now, how to increase the level of these two? Okay? So, we all know whenever there is a, this is a neuron. Suppose this is a half, I will draw a this side it is a norepinephrine and this side it is 5-HT. So this 5-HT, it is synthesized, it is stored and it is released here. And here norepinephrine, that is stored and it is released over here. Now this one is, it is going to act on the receptor. Okay. So here the 5-HT receptor, they are there, and here it is a norepinephrine, that is the alpha receptor, they are there. It is going to act on this. So once this neurotransmitter, it will come and bind with the receptor. Now what is the fate of most of this neurotransmitter? So these neurotransmitter, they are either metabolized or we will say enzymatic degradation of the neurotransmitter. This is in general I am telling, majority of the neurotransmitter, either they are enzymatically metabolized, then reuptake, and the third one is a diffusion. Okay. Now here for the norepinephrine, main is reuptake by norepinephrine transporter. Okay? Whereas here for the serotonin, it is by the serotonin transporter. The reuptake will happen. And once there is a reuptake of this, then what is the fate of this neurotransmitter? Neurotransmitter which is reuptake, जो यहाँ पे reuptake से आया and a little bit leaking from this vesicle, they are enzymatically degraded by MAO, monoamine oxidase. And here also it is same thing. It is reuptake and whatever is leaking from this, they are metabolized by MAO. Now how we can increase the level of this? We can either block this reuptake, हम चाहे इसको कर सकते हैं block, ठीक है, reuptake by blocking this transporter. Here also we can block this, or we can inhibit this enzymatically breakdown. So how we can treat? Either by blocking the reuptake or by blocking the metabolism. So treatment that is mainly by the it is metabolic degradation. How we can inhibit the metabolism? Because they are metabolized by monoamine oxidase, so we can give monoamine oxidase inhibitor. Whereas here we are going to give the we are going to give the reuptake inhibitor. Reuptake blocker. So this reuptake, it can be selective or it can be non-selective. ठीक है, ये आपका selective भी हो सकता है. Selective is like which is going to mainly block the reuptake of 5-HT, and non-selective which can block both 5-HT as well as norepinephrine. ठीक है, so इसमें क्या है here? So this is a non-selective reuptake blocker and here it is a selective. So non-selective may further they are of two. One is tricyclic antidepressant and another one is serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor, and this is called selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. And here for the MAO inhibitor, it is mainly we use MAO-A. So this is a different drug they are used. We use MAO inhibitor, we use reuptake inhibitor like a norepinephrine transporter blocker or norepinephrine serotonin transport blocker. So the group of drug which we use are MAO inhibitor, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, then we have TCA, we have SNRI, and few of the drug which do not act by this mechanism. This also I told you, they are the atypical one. They do not act by this mechanism. So what are the drugs which we can use for the treatment of depression? So how we classify it? This again I have taken it from the Tripathi. So you can see this is the drug which is going to block the or which is going to inhibit the metabolism. That is MAO-A inhibitor. This is also called RIMA. RIMA is reversible inhibitor of MAO-A. This I will be taking in my next video. So another one is a reuptake blocker. So reuptake is, this is a selective, okay, and these two they are non-selective. ये आपके, this is a non-selective. So non-selective में आपके क्या है? SNR and TCA. So TCA में what is the, so reversible inhibitor of MAO-A we have a moclobemide. Whereas TCA, under the TCA we have, which is mainly, you can write all together, imipramine, amitriptyline, trimipramine, doxepine, dorthepine, clomipramine, and predominantly norepinephrine reuptake, that is desipramine, nortriptyline, and ripoxetine. Whereas SNRI, we have venlafaxine, we have desvenlafaxine, we have duloxetine, milnacipran, that is also another drug. Then SSRI, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Under this we have fluoxetine, fluoxamine, paroxetine, sertraline, citalopram, escitalopram, and dapaxetine. Then we have a atypical. So this group, it is a atypical. Atypical में कौन सी आपकी trazodone, myelserine, mirtazapine, bupropion, amoxicillin, tynaptine, and aminaptine. So that's all about today's video. So if you like it, share it and subscribe my channel. So in the next video, I will be starting with the antidepressant drug right from this Rima.